Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel English Literature. I am Ankita and we gather here to discuss Indian English Literature. As in last video we discussed MEG 10 Block 1 Unit 2, Macaulay, Rajaram Mohan Roy, Charles E. Trevelyan's contribution to establish English in India, in which we got to know that those three characters played an important role to make English instruction language of India. Also, if you haven't watched those two videos which I have uploaded before that, so please watch that videos first, because these all are in connected ways. So let's move further with another unit, post-independent debate, in which we'll get to know how India divided into two parts. So let's discuss. Unit 3 of Block 1 in MEG 10 explores post-independent debate. The summary would cover key themes, perspective and arguments surrounding post-independent states, development, governance challenge, economic policies and social movement. Additionally, it would touch upon the role of nationalism, democracy and global influence in sharing post-independent trajectories. A comprehensive summary would showcase critical analysis and understanding of the complexities involved in the post-colonial context. So start with some key points. First point is decolonization and nationalism. Discuss the process of decolonization and emergence of nationalist movements that led to the formation of post-colonial state. Second point, governance challenge. There were so many challenges in that time period, right? So governance challenges, highlight the governance challenges faced by newly independent nation, including state building, institution building and managing diverse population. Third point, economical policies, like economic policies. Analyze the economic policies for post-colonial states, including import substitution, industrialization and neoliberal reform and their impact on development. Fourth point, social movements. I explored the role of social movements in post-independent societies such as labor movements, feminist movements and civil rights movements in advocating for justice and equality. Fifth point, global influences. Consider the influence of global powers multiplication, multinational corporations and international organizations on the development trajectories of post-colonial states. Sixth point, debates and critics. Evaluate different perspectives and critics regarding post-independent developments, including debates on development models, democracy, human rights and cultural identity. Seventh, identity and nation building. Explore how post-colonial state grappled with constructing nation identities and reconciling ethnic, religious and linguistic diversity. Eighth point, conflict and peace building. Examine the challenges of managing ethnic, religious and regional conflict as well as effort towards reconciliation, peace building and transitional justice. Ninth point, dependency theory. Discuss the relevance and critique of dependency theory in understanding the economic relationships between post-colonial states and former colonial powers. 10th point, cultural hegemony. Analyze debates surrounding cultural imperialism and the dominance of Western culture norms and values in post-colonial societies. Environmental sustainability. Consider the environmental implication of post-independent development, including resource extraction, pollution and climate change adaptation. 12th point, regional integration. Evaluate initiatives for regional integration and cooperation among post-colonial states such as regional trade agreements and political unions. These points deepen the understanding of the multifaceted nature of post-independent debate and their implication of development, governments and social dynamics. Let's go further. Historical context. Understanding the historical context of colonial rule and the specific circumstances of each post-colonial state is crucial for analyzing their trajectories. Second point, power dynamics. Examine power dynamics within post-colonial societies, including the role of elites, marginalized groups and external actors. Sheds lights of pattern of inequality and resistance. Third point, media and communication. The important character is media, always. Media and communication. Exploring the role of media and communication in shaping narrative, fostering national identities and including public opinions is essential for understanding a post-independent debate. Human rights and justice. Fourth point, considering issues of human rights, violence, transitional justice and reconciliation process provides insight into the challenges of addressing past injustice and building inclusive societies. Fifth, Gender perspective. Incorporating gender perspective highlights the unique experience and contributions of women in post-colonial struggles, as well as the gendered impact of policies and social movements. Another point, that is 6 point, education and cultural revitalization. Analyze efforts towards education reform, cultural revitalization and indigenous rights. Advocacy illuminates the complexities of cultural identity and preservation in post-colonial context. These additional aspects enrich the analysis of post-independence debates and contribute to a more comprehensive understanding of the dynamics at play in the aftermath of colonialism. In conclusion, the study of post-independent debate in MEG 10 Block 1 Unit 3 highlights the complex interplay of historical legacies, political ideologies, economic policies and social movements in shaping the trajectories of newly independent nation. It underscores the challenges and opportunities faced by these states. They navigated issues of governance, economic development, identity and global influence. By critically examining these debates and perspectives, scholars gain insight into the ongoing struggle for social justice, economic equality and cultural autonomy and environmental sustainability. In this post-colonial world, ultimately understanding the nuance of post-independent debate is essential for envisioning more inclusive, equitable and sustainable future for diverse societies around the globe. Also, in summary, the analysis of post-independent debate underscores the ongoing quest for self-determination and dignity among formerly colonized nations. It reveals the enduring impact of colonialism on contemporary political, economic and social structures, while also acknowledging the relevance and agency of post-colonial societies in shaping their destinies. Moreover, these debates serve as a reminder of the importance of historical context, cultural diversities and global solidarity in advancing inclusive and equitable dependent agendas. By engaging with these debates, critically, scholars and policy makers can contribute to more informed and transformative approaches to addressing the complex challenges facing post-colonial societies in 21st century. That's all for today, everyone. Thank you for watching the video. I also consider that I hope you understand what I am trying to make you understand. That was about post-independent debate. Okay, so stay connected, stay healthy. Bye bye.